Right, it's Jamie Graham with Richard Hill after the Maidenhead game. You won today, 4-2 win, and rising up the table. How happy are you with the win?
I think, your first game, people heap a lot of pressure on you. Twitter, forums and websites and everything else are expecting you to go and win, and these outside influences heap pressure on you, but there was no pressure on the lads to win the game today. The pressure was all on myself. And if we'd have lost the game, that was down to me. All the players had done is told to just go and play football. That's their job. But to win the game as well, it was comforting. It's a tricky one as well. Don't forget they won 8-0 last week, so they're all on. They're pretty confident amongst themselves. So, but the lads have done great. We've gone behind, and then we've been clawed back a little bit. But they kept going, and we showed some good football and scored some very good goals, by the way, as well.
Yeah, a lot of the fans today were very impressed with how that Eastleigh players passed it around. Is that something you brought up at training on Thursday?
Yeah, but what I did on training on Thursday has had no bearing on today. I've not got a magic wand that because we did this on Thursday. This is because we played that way. All I've said to the lads to influence them is to tell them to go out and play football and pass the ball to each other when they can. Earlier in the game, they passing the ball too deep, which we got caught out a couple of times. But once we got into half time and told them that we don't want to pass the ball in them areas, but you've got to give the lads credit for that, because I'd said to them I want them to pass the ball. So they've actually took me literally and passed the ball. So even though they're not in good areas of the pitch, so they're actually done what I've told them to do. But when we got in second half and said, look, we're a little bit too deep to play like that. We need to play like that higher up the pitch. We did a lot better. So what I did Thursday has no bearing on today, other than we've given them a few guidelines, we've calmed them down, and we've let the players go and express themselves.
You went 1-0 down as well. Was that difficult to come back from? Did you feel?
Well, I don't think it was. We play football for 90 minutes. Just because a team scores doesn't mean saying the game's over. We've got 90 minutes. They've scored. I still think we've got about an hour to go. So you've got plenty of time. We just need to regroup, and we needed a bit of a break. I mean, don't lose sight that we could actually have been 2-0 up before they scored. But we weren't, and the lads showed a lot of character coming back from that. And they got their just rewards at the end.
Do you feel this is a massive confidence boost as well? I mean, the previous results was three losses as well.
Well, it's how they interpret it. The lads that interpret it themselves. Hopefully, they're not going to be a lack of confidence when they've won a football match. Otherwise, I'm in for a hard time, isn't I? If they can't gain experience from that today, experience in respect of that was a mucky, scruffy win today, and we're going to have to do that again another dozen times this season. When we go away to Salisbury, when we go away to Basingstoke and places like that, they're going to have to dig deep like that and win mucky. But the lads have done that today.
A lot of fans have asked me to ask this question as well. You were whistling a lot on the sidelines today. Can you explain what the whistling's about?
Tourette's.
Thank you, Richard. Cheers.